There are a ton of videos on how to become a better chipper around the greens. My focus today will be one of my go-to shots using a specific club. So many of us get next to a green and we automatically think it's a chip and two putts. I'm gonna show you some tips, what I use in order to get up and down from a green far easier. What my go-to shot always is using a pitching wedge. Now, obviously this doesn't always work when you've gotta carry the ball onto the green farther, but too often I see amateurs and people that I golf with are taking too high of a lofted club. So I'm also gonna take my 58 degree and hit shots in the exact same spot with both the 58 degree and the pitching wedge and showing you the results. Of course, some of the better golfers in the single handicap or even scratch golfers do like to use a higher lofted club, but it's a far harder shot to execute and it takes a lot more practice. I'm gonna start with this 58. One of the reasons it's harder to hit a closer shot with the 58 is because you're gonna get more spin and it's tougher to tell how the ball's gonna react. I'm gonna hit 3 shots with the 58 and 3 shots with the pitching wedge on several different areas around the green, and we'll see the results. So now I've got 3 balls that I'm gonna be hitting with the pitching wedge. One of the other things I was gonna mention as a tip is I think it's important to actually use the balls that you play with or very similar to ball to what you play with, because the ball is gonna react much different than a typical range ball. Let's hit these 3 shots with the pitching wedge and see how my results are. So first shot, very good, easy tap in from there. That one may be a tiny bit long, mishit a little bit, but still far closer than my mishit with the 58 and a much easier putt. And my third and final shot. Now I'm gonna hit 3 shots with the pitching wedge. I think these are likely to go much closer on average than the 58. One of the other tips I would have is use a consistent ball that you would play with or something very similar. It reacts far differently than a typical range ball. Let's hit these shots and hopefully my results are better than it was with the 58. Okay, so I'm gonna hit my first shot here. Much easier to control this trajectory, get the ball rolling quicker on the green. That's a pretty good shot there. Obviously an easy putt to finish that up. See my second one. Now that was a mishit and the result not terrible. I probably mishit that about the same that I mishit the first one with the 58. The ball's significantly closer. The other thing I was gonna suggest is I like to practice these shots with the ball that I use while I'm playing or something very similar because it reacts far more consistent than a typical range ball. And we'll hit my third shot here. There's the third shot, a little bit beyond the hole, but on average, you can see the overall result for, about a 50-foot shot. Not too bad. I'm giving myself a pretty good chance in making what's likely to be a par for me. Hope you enjoyed these tips around the green with a chipping or with a pitching wedge or a 58 and showing you the differences with the trajectory and controlling this shot. Super great shot that I use all the time while I'm playing. This is a favorite club for me right around the greens. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. Of course, hit that notification bell, that like button. I'll see you next time.